I know. Oh, sorry. Do you know what? I'm wittering on to Dannii Minogue, talking about the weather over here, and I said, the thing I love about the summer over here, it's nice and damp. And Dannii Minogue, we've been saying, we went to your hometown of Melbourne, didn't you? Went back to Melbourne, and you actually like the weather over here.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of acclimatising to it now after 12 years, but I now enjoy going into the park in summer and sitting down having a picnic, whereas when I first came over it was like, oh, where are the beaches?
Yeah. Okay, and it's too cold to have a picnic, I can't do that. But you went back to Melbourne, we sent you back to Melbourne, didn't
yes.
We? What did you most enjoy about being back home?
Well, I saw my parents, who I hadn't seen for ages, but the most fun thing was going back to my school. Because I remember you guys said, oh, we'll go back to school, and at first I was like, yeah, and then just before I walked in I thought, oh, what have I got myself into? Hadn't been back since I was 16.
And they knew who you were, I think.
I think so, and there was like a few of my old school teachers there.
And had they changed? Because that's the funny thing, isn't it, when you go back to school and you see your school teachers, and of course they're adults.
What really scared me is that I thought they'd look really old, and they hadn't aged a bit, and so I was like, this is really spooky time. Well, I know I've aged, but they haven't.
Yeah. To go back to all the places that you sort of misbehaved as well, and now they're revering you and holding you up on a pedestal.
No, they were saying, oh, she was really good on her report cards, and I said, you're ruining my rep. Don't say that.
Now, you've got an album out, Neon Lights, which has been a big success, hasn't it?
Yeah, I just got my gold disc yesterday.
Which is fantastic news. And did you expect it? Did you think after you finished, did you think, do you know what, I really am happy with that?
I was happy with the finished product, but what kind of still freaks me out is that this is the album that I've co-written, and this is the one that I'm getting the most success from. And I kind of took a gamble. I thought, you know, I've seen a lot of artists go on to write their own stuff and completely nosedive, and I thought, well, give it a go. It's going to either go really good or really bad, and it's time to find out. So it's really nice surprise now to just be constantly up on the ladder with the hammer out, nailing in my gold disc from around the world. It's fun.
It's respect, isn't it, as well, from the industry when you write your own stuff. That's great.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I have nothing against pop stars singing other people's songs, and I mean, if someone hands you a song, that is number one. You've got to be intelligent enough to take it, because it's the pop biz. It's all about just having a great song, and, you know, if you write it or someone else writes it, doesn't matter.
Now, I know you're going to be performing the new single, Don't Want to Lose This Feeling, in Entertainment Day a little bit later on. But tell us about the two, you've got two versions.
Yeah, there's the original version, and then the producers in Paris that I wrote it with, they sent me like a kind of an MP3 thank you card, because we became really good buddies, and they bootlegged the song with Madonna's Into the Groove, which is one of my favourite all-time tracks, and they know how much I love her. So we sent it to her, not even expecting a reply, and she responded back saying she loved it, she thought it should be on the release, so now it's like a double A-side with the bootleg.
It's amazing. That is amazing.
It's like
Madonna.
my dream come true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Years and years of admiring her, and now kind of got this track together, so it's cool.
Now listen, away from the music side, you're enjoying the single life at the moment, and you told us earlier in the week that you saw yourself as a Bridget Jones figure. Surely not.
Well, Kylie always laughs with me, because it's like, you know, 30-something, single. I mean, she has a man now, but on Valentine's Day, the start of this year, all of our friends, everyone was single. We were like, what are we going to do?
Were you counting the calories and 3 cigarettes a day? Because that's the other...
No, I don't do that, but it's just that whole 30-something thing. We're kind of so career-orientated, and then one day wake up and turn around and go, ooh, what's happened to my life?
Exactly.
And did you formulate a plan to change this?
No. I hate making plans, and I don't like looking for love.
You never know when it's going to happen, do you?
It never works.
But how do you know who to trust? I mean, this is the thing. I mean, there's hardly anybody
trust him.
Well, certainly don't. No, that's absolutely right. But you know, how do you go out and meet people? How do men approach you? I mean, you're Minogue, for goodness sake.
And Andrew is married, it's all right.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think, you know, somebody asked me the other day, why do stars, you know, singers go out with other singers? And I said, but that's who you meet. I mean...
And that's who understands your existence.
You don't have a lot of time going out other places, so you meet people at work.
Or people in the public eye.
Yeah.
Now listen, you're doing a bit of radio presenting, aren't you?
Yes. radio DJ.
I'm a radio
Dannii
voice
Minogue.
on.
Yeah, it starts this Sunday on the Capital Network, and I'd gone in to do a show for them, The Takeover, and we just had such a blast. I was like, smile from here to here, because you just get to choose all your favourite songs and play them and chat, and I'm taking callers, and it's become quite big. We're now selling the show overseas to Australia, France, Greece.
You're doing it for
soon
9 weeks, you say? Is it
6 weeks I'm going to do.
Oh, it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And it's all just dance music from, like, you know, 70s classics like Shaka Khan, I Feel For You, through to, you know, favourite 80s Madonna, Prince, through to current hits, but all dance, party time.
There's nothing you don't do, is there, really? I mean, still designing clothes as well?
No, I haven't been
shelved.
doing that for a while, but I'm so into the music at the moment,
Great.
and I'm just having such
Into
a
the
good
groove.
time.
Great.
Into the groove, yeah.
Well,
Are you warmed up for later on?
I am.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Ready.
Dannii, thanks
Dannii.
for again. And don't forget, Dannii performing her new single, Don't Want to Lose This Feeling. Didn't want to lose this feeling. Does sound a bit ridiculous the way I say it. Entertainment today for that.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm Jenny Faulkner.
I'm Ben Shepherd.
And it's Friday morning, which can only mean one thing.
Yeah, you're probably massively hungover, late for work, and you're watching
Yeah, that's
entertainment today.
usually you.
That's usually me, but not this
Yeah.
morning. It's a must for all celebrity junkies, as you know. Come on, you know you want it.
Yeah, you better want it. We've got Ronan Keating for you. He'll be exposing a certain part of his anatomy later in the show.
Is that true?
Yeah. All
Really?
will be revealed later.
And also ET's favourite antipodean, as you can see, is here with us.
I mean, your favourite antipodean.
Either way, she's a cracker, she's looking gorgeous. It's a lovely dress, although you've not got a mic on, so you can't talk. Danny's going to be performing her new single later on right here, and it's a cracker.
Yes, and it's a cram-packed show, I tell you. We've also got the wise ramblings of Eric McCormack, a.k.a. Will of Will and Grace. He's peppered throughout the show, and you see, I had a drink with him a little bit earlier on in the week.
bet you
really
did.
And he told us lots, including the issue of his sexuality when he turned up for the audition to play Grace's gay best friend. Hi, welcome back to Entertainment Today. Now, she's been with us all morning. That's why Ben's smiling. Dannii Minogue.
He just wants my dress.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't. Can we have it now?
He's already nicked Ronan's underpants.
I
His dress
saw
is
that. He
next to the
was
list.
not letting go of that
They were
framed
bigger than you
underpants.
think, weren't they?
They were quite large.
I think he might have worked some of the size off though the last 2 weeks.
Enough
right, okay.
of that pants
Enough of that
conversation.
You'd just been home for us. You just went home to Australia,
I
and
did.
how was that?
It was fantastic. I hadn't been back for like a year and a half, which is the longest I've been away. And so I got to see my dad and my brother and my mum and go back to school, which was just awesome.
What was it like? Was it a bit daunting?
Well, I'd said yes, I'll go back and do it. And then just before I walked in, I was like, this isn't a good idea. They're high school kids, you know.
They're
They could be
mad.
nasty. And they were fantastic. And I was just, the principal was there and it was lunchtime, so they're all out of class. And I was like, you just give those teachers heaps.
Also, you know, you say you haven't been back for a year and a half, whatever. Do you find that when you go back, does everyone go, where's your Australian accent gone
Yeah,
then,
you
Dannii?
palm.
Well, it has gone a little bit, but they were actually saying to me that they were quite pleased that it's still quite Australian compared to my sisters. And I said, yeah, but she's been there a lot longer than I have in England. But I did say one thing. I was driving with my dad, and I couldn't remember if you could park the cars different ways on the road or if they all had to go the same way. And I was like, Dad, can you park the car like that? And I was like, dear.
How English are you?
What kind of girl were you at school? Were you a geek or were you quite cool?
I was such a geek. I was like, I worked as a kid on television, so every night after school I went to work. So I had to do my homework at lunchtime in the library with the guys with really nerdy, thick glasses. But I dated like the big, tough football jock at school. So, you know, after one kid got beaten up for, you know, harassing me, it was fine.
Okay, well, how swotty are you at your Hollywood gossip?
Oh, I don't know. I have to learn most of it from your show.
Okay, well, maybe
Perfect.
you can pick up one of our Queen of Hollywood SWAT and gossip. I don't know if that sounds right, but anyway, Jackie, here you've come straight from a party.
Feet.
That's a bit of a bizarre one. She made #1 in the FHM in America and in the UK, but I understand you've been catching up with some of my personal favourite men as well. Oh, utterly depressed. about
Danny's
that.
had a little flirting with FHM's Top 100. It's quite an accolade.
I'm in there somewhere. I don't know where. 29, apparently.
Number 29.
That's quite impressive.
Should be
All
high. Should be high. Someone who's not quite 29, pushing 61, I understand. Harrison Ford's been pounding the promotional circuit as well, hasn't he, Jax? Unfortunately,
That's it.
You can never shut Harrison Ford up. He's a talking man.
Thanks very much, Jackie. Thank you, Dannii.
Thank you.
Good luck with the single.
Cheers.
We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
See you later.